Elizabeth Cady Stanton. Elizabeth Cady Stanton played a big role in the history of women's rights. She and her longtime colleague Susan B. Anthony remained friends to the end. Elizabeth was an active abolitionist, which means that she was against slavery. She met and married her husband, Harry Stanton, in 1840. The two worked together to do away with slavery. They traveled to London for the World Anti-Slavery Convention. They were upset to find out that women were not allowed to be delegates. Elizabeth came home to work on the issue of women's rights. This is when she met Susan B. Anthony. They worked as a team to help women gain more rights. Elizabeth played the role of writer, and Susan would set up the plans for the group. They worked to get women the right to vote. They were upset when only free men were given the right to vote after Civil War. Elizabeth also worked to change the property laws for women. She also felt that women should be able to divorce if they were in abusive relationships. Elizabeth would die on October 26, 1902. This was nearly 20 years before women were given the right to vote. Her home in Seneca Falls, New York, now has documents relating to Elizabeth's hard work and efforts for women on display. Her writings continue to inspire women today. Daniel Boone. Daniel Boone was a great explorer of the frontier. He was given credit for settling the state of Kentucky. Born on November 2, 1734, to a weaver and a blacksmith, Boone was raised in Pennsylvania. His childhood was preparation for his adult life. He loved to make friends with the Indians and observe wildlife. At the age of 12, Daniel was given his first gun. The family soon moved to North Carolina. It took a year for them to get there and get settled. Daniel would leave at 19 to fight in the French and Indian War. When he returned, he met a hunter named John Finley, who told him stories about the frontier. This got Daniel thinking and dreaming, but he was not quite ready to explore. He married Rebecca Bryan. In 1767, he traveled to the end of Kentucky. He was asked by Finley to explore even more country with his group. It wasn't until 2 years later that he finally returned home. He had explored all over Kentucky. Daniel continued to explore for many years. He eventually left Kentucky, saying that it was too crowded. He died at the age of 85 and was buried next to his wife.